So when you're done, go ahead and close your graph. Put your papers inside and have your magnetic book out. I want you to open up to page 354.
Oh, I forgot
After the
mine.
instructions. Page 354.
Oh, great, it's there.
I have to go 300.
Oh, I'll know you're ready because you're sitting quiet with your book open, showing me you're ready. That's how I know you're ready. Just use one of the ones that are over there for right now, for this part, because we're not going to write it in yet anyways. Go that way. There you go.
What page is it?
All right, Jaylene looks ready. She's showing me she's ready. Her eyes are on this folded.
356.
Her book is open. Janessa's ready. Ashley's ready. Jordan's ready. Oh, I didn't say. 354. 354. No, look at the page numbers. Look at your page numbers. 354.
Oh. It's the same.
There's no 354. Look at your page numbers. 354.
349.
Oh, so if you get a token for making good choices and showing me you're ready, then you don't start talking while you're waiting.
Sorry.
Hannah, come sit right here. You lost the privilege, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to read this paragraph. Eyes on Miss Golden. Thank you. Jordan, I'm waiting for you. Glasses on. Okay. I'm going to read this paragraph. You may look up here or you may follow along in reading your book. Okay, so this says with a partner, we're going to do it together as a group first before you work with a partner. With a partner, compare. What does this word compare mean? Raise a quiet hand. We have to know this word. We're going to see it so many times when we take that big state test that we can't be wondering what this word means. So when we see the word compare, we have to think, this word means this. What does compare mean? Everyone, I'm going to wait till everyone shows me they're ready. Thank you. I'll hold on to those for you. Compare. What does compare mean? Give everybody a minute to think. Think time is important. You don't have to make noise and shake your hand. I can see hands that are up. Just raise a quiet hand when you have another word in your head for the word compare. Okay. Jaylene?
So you take two things and then you say what the same is.
Okay, so you could use the same. What is the same about them? Anyone have a different word in their head for compare? Because there's lots of synonyms for the word compare. So did someone have another word in their head? Janessa? Alike.
Me too.
Okay, so alike. Anyone have another word in their head for the word compare? Jordan?
Both.
You need to use that word, but it's not going to be the same as compare.
Well, maybe you can say.
Can you build on that thought?
Yeah, both are like. Both have.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the same as what we have here. So let's come up with another word.
Both. We have similar.
Similar. Yes, similar is a great word. Okay, so when you see this word, Jordan, you need to have in your head,
Same, like, similar.
you need to know it's going to mean the same, that it's alike, or that it's very similar. Okay, I don't have an echo, honey. Okay, thank you. So, with the partner, we're going to compare. There were two stories we read. What were the stories we read? Alice, what's one of them?
Big bugs.
Big bugs. What's the other text that we read? What's the name of the other text that we read? We don't have to guess, we can look up here at the board. So, my friends, look at Miss Golden. If you don't know the answer, you can't sit and think, I don't know, someone else's job. Instead, you have to come up with, how am I going to come up with the answer to her question? So, Jasmine, I said, Miss Golden, my question was, what is the name of the other text we read? One was big bugs. What is the name of the other text we read? You could look on the board. You could look at the passages you read. What is the name of the other text that we read? I'm gonna wait till all of our friends have it figured out. Do we have to know from our memory? No. If you didn't know from your memory, where could you look?
On the whiteboard or?
Oh, you could look on the whiteboard?
On the book.
Okay. Where else could you look? You could look in your book. Very good. So there's lots of places to know the answer, so I'll ask my question one more time. What is the name of the other story that we read? But Janessa, honey, I'm waiting for you because you don't have your hand up yet. Okay, so if you know the answer, you need to raise your hand. Jordan, do you know the answer?
No.
What's the name of the other story that we read? Yes, Searching for Trolls. This is the other story that we read. Okay? So we're going to think about these two stories, Big Bugs and Searching for Trolls. We're going to compare them, and we're going to look for how the authors use quotes. What do they have that are in common for both of them? So is this where the comparison goes or the contrast?
Comparison.
The comparison.
The comparison.
These are the things they had in common. Both authors said the same kind of things. What are quotes? Jasmine, is that Mrs.
No.
Jasmine,
Oh,
hi,
yeah.
is that Mrs. Golden? What are quotes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, turn back to Searching for Trolls. So one page back. Find a quote from the author
Found it.
or the artist. You can find a quote from an author or an artist. When you find one, raise your hand. I'm gonna give everybody a minute to find it.
Oh, here, here. Oh, here. What does that mean? What is that?
When you find one, raise your hand. Where's your quote? I don't see one.
Miss Golden.
Where's your quotation? And where does it end? Where does it begin and end? That quote. Where does it begin? Okay, and then where does it end? No. That's an apostrophe, not a quote. This is a quotation mark again. So that's the beginning, that's the ending, okay? Did you find a quotation mark? A quote from the author or the artist? Do you know what quotation marks look like? There's two on this page, so we don't need to go back any further. So can you point to the quotation marks?
Are they like these little the little line slashes? Miss
Yeah, so
Golden?
this is a quotation mark, and this is a quotation mark. So this is where this quote begins, and then, oh, that's where that one ends. So this is where this one begins, and then it goes all the way to here where it ends. And something in there is what the author
Is a
said.
quotation mark like that?
Is the quotation marks like that? I normally have like the two.
I just felt it already.
Like what? No. That's a dash, that means continue. So you have two sets of quotation marks on this page. Do you see another symbol that you're not sure? So that's an apostrophe. When we add on an S, it's very similar, but it's upside down. Okay, yes. So that's the end. You see how the quote stands up? That's the beginning. It's down. So all those words in between is the quote from the author. Okay, so can you find another quote on that page? There's one more. Yes, good job. Now you know when they ask you for a quote, or you're looking for a quotation, where to find it? Dasha, do you have one? Yeah, and where are the quotations? Where does this quote end? So it begins here. Yeah. Okay, so now, look, so many of us didn't know what a quote was. And Miss was asking you for a quote. Your questions are gonna ask you all the time for a quote. And we didn't even, nope, we're not eating yet. I know you want to, Jasmine. Hands up. Hands up. Okay. So many of your questions are going to ask you to find a quote. We didn't even know what that was. Raise your hand if now you know where to look for a quote. We have to find quotation marks, right? Which is what those are. They're at the beginning and the end. And what's inside is something that that artist said about art. Okay? Now, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Are you ready?
Okay.
Eyes on me. So curveball is a figure of speech, meaning I'm gonna add another layer to what a quote can be. What you see in that text is, eyes on me please. Tracking your speaker is how someone knows you're being a good listener. Okay? So, what's inside those quotes that you just put your fingers on, eyes on Mrs. Golden, are quotes from the artist. The artist who built the bugs or the trolls. But you can also quote the author. So everything else in that text that is not inside of quotation marks is something that the author, so the person who wrote the text, something they said. You can find something the author said about the artist that built big bugs or the artist that made trolls, and you can quote their words. So you can say the author said, and then pull out their words and put them down. Make sense? A little bit? Okay. So this is what's a partner. Compare how the author of Big Bugs and Searching for Trolls uses quotes from the artist. So what are we gonna look for today? Quotes from the artist, right? So only the ones that are in there about the artist, right? How does this information help you understand more about the artist and their art? Complete the chart with your partner. So here's what I want you to do first. You're going to find things that the author said that they both said. Do they have to be the exact same words, do you think?
No.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. When I say go, you're going to stand up and push in your chair. Go. Stand quietly behind your chair. And because I want to make sure we understand as much as we possibly can. So, if you think that to put something in this category, the quote that both of the artists said has to be the exact same, go to this side of the room. If you think that a quote that goes in this category of both can be similar but not the exact same, go to that side of the room. So exactly the same, close but not exactly the same on that side of the room. Go. Pick your spot.
For what?
Be brave to go with what you think. I'm so glad we did that. Because my friends, this right here, hold it, that's close to the same as what I said, right? I almost made my own mistake. Oh my goodness, you guys are all right. I thought you guys went to the wrong side. Yes, they can be close to the same, but they don't have to be the exact same words, okay? So I don't want you to be like, well, they said it like this, but they said it like this, and then put it in the wrong category. So they can be similar. So go ahead back to your seat. Here we go. We're doing this category first. Jasmine, I'm just gonna give you a piece of paper to write on today. to do this with a partner, okay? So you're gonna look with a partner, listening. Jordan, you and Janessa can work together, okay? Thank you. You're gonna work with a partner, and Hannah and Dashley, you guys can work together, okay? To find out what are the quotes that they have that are the same, alike, or similar. You're gonna have to look for your quotes in Big Bucks. You're gonna have to look for your quotes in Searching for Trolls, and decide which of them are the same, and then you put them exactly how they are. So,
Why do you guys have to be quotes?
quotes from the artist. So do they have to be quotes, Jordan? Yes, that's what our direction is asking us for. It's asking us for quotes. When you put them here, be sure to put them inside of the quotation marks. Questions yet? Go ahead and begin with the partner that you worked with, unless I changed your partner.